Hey, welcome to the red carpet for Atelophobia.
Yes. How are you?
Lujan film, and you are.
I am Dan Fouts.
And you've worked with Joe how many times?
I've worked with Joe on the Immortal Wars,
Okay.
1 and 2, and so I'm a big fan of Joe's. He does excellent work, and so that's how I've worked with Joe is Immortal Wars, and he had this, and here I am.
Right, that's fantastic. So glad you're here with us tonight.
Yes, thank you.
I'm Hazel.
Hi, Hazel. So tell us about your involvement in this big project.
I'm actually not in this film, but I do Joe's hair, so that's why I'm here.
That's a good project. Atelophobia. Well, you then are an expert when it comes to the fear of imperfection.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. I was about to say sorry.
Because his hair is looking perfect tonight, girlfriend, so you did a good job. Now, this is a woman who I know so much about. I'm going to have to be really, really brief because she's one of the stars of the movie, and she wouldn't tell me. The first thing I asked was, do you survive? And she was like, you have to watch the movie to find out. Corey Taylor of Corey Taylor Talks. We work together at WWDB-TV, where I've got my show, Live Las Vegas with Ricky Cheese, but I am a huge fan of this woman. She rocks it. Your interviews are great. Your film work is great. How do you feel tonight?
I am super excited. We've been working on Atelophobia 1 literally since I was 15, and now it's Atelophobia 2, which I'm so excited about, and then Atelophobia 3 hopefully soon, so everything's going to be amazing. I'm super, super excited about it.
Quick synopsis on the movie. The first one was about a girl getting bullied, and then she turned it on the other big girls. But on this second one takes a new kind of sinister, even more sinister twist.
Yeah, it's not even an actual sequel of the first one, which is so cool about it. It's a whole different storyline, and actually brings it to the real world. And we play ourselves, and there's some really scary stuff, and you might see some questionable things about me, but I'm not really like that. It's just my character. But it's really, really cool, and it was very different. And Joe's so brilliant, and he just thinks of the most unique things. So that's why it turns out awesome.
You know, I love that you're a local girl making good, so that's fantastic. Go on in and enjoy your work. Thank you.
I play Riley. I was in the first Atelophobia, and I don't want to ruin too much, but yes, I play Riley.
Well, I love that. I'd never even seen this word, atelophobia, until I was asked to work on this red carpet for this. But fear of imperfection, how is that different from fear of insecurity?
I would say they're pretty close, but imperfection's more like it's just everything has to be perfect, where insecurities is what you feel about yourself.
Right. Okay, so I can't wait to see it. I've seen the trailers. It looks like a lot of people get payback.
Yeah, definitely. You're in for some gore. I can say that at the very least.
So Rebecca Williams, you were in Immortal Wars, both of those two, and so you're familiar with Joe's work, Joe Lujan's work, and he was your neighbor? Wait a minute. What kind of sound effects that were coming from the next door?
Oh, well, it always sounded like not a good time. Not screaming, and yeah, it was the best. He was the best guy on the planet. So I'm hoping to work with him again.
Right. So you've seen the trailer. What do you think?
Oh, I'm so excited because I have the movie at home, the first one. So I'm excited to watch this, and I actually rewatched it this morning. So
just to get ready.
Yes, get ready for it.
We have got a lineup here. Okay, you're the Jackal. You're an actor, director, producer, industrial dancer, DJ, MC. What don't you do?
What I don't do is I don't try to pretend. I be real.
Okay. So how did you get involved with Joe Lujan?
Okay, so I've worked in many projects with Joe. I've been in quite a couple of his short films and a couple of features. I met Joe 2013, I believe. I believe at a film convention, I believe, and I'm also a film producer and director as well. So I thought that maybe he does good projects. I'm gonna follow this guy around. And he's a big horror fan too. So
now, how long do you survive?
I'm not gonna kill the story on that one, right?
I helped out a little bit, just a tiny little thing with sound, but
So you are Nicholas Grant, and you're the director and writer of Prey.
Yes. Prey is my very first feature-length film. It is about two girls who come back from a camping trip and may have brought something evil back with them. Yeah.
Rose Donahue, and you were in Immortal Wars. I mean, I feel like I'm coming to a Joe Lujan convention because you guys have all been working together for years, right?
Yeah, well, Joe is an amazing writer, director, creative guy, so we all love to come out and show up for him.
Corey was telling me that the thing about this movie is it's not a sequel, that it's a very different movie because it's a trilogy. It's a different movie than the first movie, which was the girl getting back at the other girls. But this one is revenge on adults.
Yeah, I think this one really shows the different sides, like, and how they work, and especially the deviants, how great, like, their efforts are coming together and what they're really fighting for.
Fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to it. You go on in and enjoy yourself.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice meeting you. You're Lourdes. How do you say your last name? DiPiazza? Oh, it's beautiful. So now you are attending the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. That's where I went. Studying film and theater. You're going to graduate this spring.
Next spring.
Next spring. Okay, so you're almost done. And this is your 7th film with Joe Lujan. I was just telling the actress before you, I feel like I'm at a Joe Lujan convention. You guys are really, really tight. So tell me about his style.
Joe is the king of horror, that is for sure. I mean, I love Joe. His films are always so great. He always directs very well, and his writing is outstanding with characters and everything. So I love being in Joe's films. Who doesn't?
I've been asking a couple of people. I won't ask you this one because nobody wants to give me the answer. Do you survive? And it was like, you got to wait till the end of the movie.
It's kind of a spoiler if I say that, but you would have to see. But it's really good, so.
And you are Gabriella Martinez. You're an actress and a singer, and you're in school right now?
Yes, I actually attend Pasadena City College online.
Wow, okay. So how did you get involved with this wacky crew?
Well, I actually knew Joe when I was 14 or 15, and that's when he started introducing me to the film industry and all these movies, and he basically put me in a lot of the short films. So I've just kind of been getting more involved. He asked me to audition more, and I was like, okay, sure. And he put me in Atelophobia, and then now I'm in Atelophobia too.
I get the feeling you guys have all grown up together.
Yeah, honestly, the Vegas crew, we love them.
You are Danny Bravo?
Yes.
Okay, this is of all the cards so far, this is the shortest and probably the most apropos. Danny Bravo, I'm a killer. That's all. Everybody else is talking about the school and how much they like Joe, et cetera, et cetera. Danny Bravo, you're dead.
I love Joe too, but I mean, my role's pretty simple, and I love Joe's films. I mean, they're bizarre and weird, so he's like, you're going to be a killer in a movie. I said, why not? I mean, I already know what I'm in for. There's going to be blood. There's going to be gory. The fashion's crazy, so I was in for it, no matter what I was doing.
Love this jacket.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're one of the best dressed killers I've seen in a while.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Go on inside and enjoy your killing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Adriana Galvez?
Yes.
Okay, you were spending too much time with Danny. He's the killer, and yours is ice cream.
Well, technically he killed me, and I just screamed with all my might and all that I could. They were like, scream, and I was like, all right, that's what I gotta do, basically.
How do you practice screaming?
How do I practice? I look at myself in the mirror, and I just scream as loud as I can. I'm like, okay, let's do it again. Let's do it better. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to your screaming.
I play Baldown in the movie. My name's Sean Hamrick. I play the main killer in the movie.
Oh, okay. So there's more than one killer, because Danny just came up and just claimed, I'm a killer.
Oh, well, I'm the killer.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait a minute. So there's more than one killer.
Well, you'll have to see it, won't you?
There's a crew.
There is a crew. We have a small crew. Very vicious crew.
Not many are going to survive this movie.
Not many at all.
Lindsey CRUZ, she is you were in the Immortal Wars 1 and 2, releasing this summer. Creator of your first feature. Whoa! Yeah. Twins?
It's Twine.
It's Twine, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so now, was this an outgrowth of your involvement with Joe Lujan in the camp, or had you always wanted to go into filmmaking?
Oh, absolutely. Joe has inspired me completely to become a filmmaker. He's actually directing my film, Twine. So we work together on everything. We have a couple more projects coming up, and we're just super excited about it. And this is one that we worked on a long time ago, and we're just so ready for it to be like a series together, and it's just so awesome. I'm excited for him.
Well, congratulations tonight. Enjoy the movie. Thank you. Twine is her movie, not twins. Twine.
Lizette Hunter.
And who do you play in the movie?
I'm actually a victim.
You could have just had one of these blue cards that says victim, right?
A victim. I'm just a victim, so.
Well, even as a victim, you're very involved in the process from start to finish. What do you think about the filmmaking industry that's growing here in Las Vegas?
Oh, I think it's amazing. I love the film community here. I think it's great to get into. I think once you get in it, everybody is so nice and everybody's so willing to help each other out and get to where we all want to get. And I think that's what the fun part about it is.
Right. Nice close to the community. I love how the cards got shorter as the line got shorter. The first few people were close. They were like writing all this stuff, and then I forgot. I'm a killer. I'm a victim. I'm the other killer, and so now you are Brittany and Enos, and your character name is Brittany. And what happens to Brittany?
Well, I was in Atelophobia, the first one, and I played Bianca, and the second one, it's kind of a little bit of a twist. We play ourselves, and I think that's just something that's going to surprise everybody in the second one. I'm really excited to see it. I've worked with Joe many times. Recently on the Immortal Wars, I played Sybil in the Immortal Wars 1 and 2, so that's really exciting. Just excited to be here, as always. Yeah.
You're the best. Oh, we've got one more. We haven't talked to. Wait a minute. We haven't talked to the man himself. I felt like I'd already talked to you because everybody talked about you.
Okay.
Okay, really quickly.
Really quickly.
I know that you got started. You're from El Paso. Your sister took you to see Resident Evil. Just know that I did my homework on you.
Oh, wow.
You grew up. You were gonna be a veterinarian. So instead, now you kill animals in movies.
No, I don't kill animals.
You don't kill animals.
I'll never kill an animal.
You'll kill people.
People.
Yes. Well, they're animals too.
True.
And everybody loves you. And the thing I heard from every single actor is how helpful you are and how creative you are and how you get them involved. This is just one of. I mean, you made a gazillion short films.
Oh, yeah.
But you've got like half a dozen feature-length films under your belt too, as well as Atelophobia. Now. I had never even seen the word Atelophobia until I was doing my research for this movie.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the first Atelophobia and then this one?
The first one is actually based off of real life experiences from when I was in high school.
Okay.
So I used the first one as my artistic revenge, to those who bullied me. But it was basically, it focuses on insecurities and how we all are insecure in one way or another.
Right.
And I feel like Atelophobia means the fear of imperfection.
Right.
So it's like we all have it. To me, I believe we all have it, regardless if we are the most confident person, we all still have that one insecurity.
Right.
So I wanted to express myself creatively in a twisted, macabre way, but I had fun doing it. And I think the message got through. It's a very unique film. I like to say it's horror fantasy. Mm-hmm. It's not really a strictly horror film.
Right.
As for the sequel, it's not as gory as the first one.
Okay.
The first one was very gory. This one is more suspense, more thrilling. There's more of a story. It's not your typical sequel. It's a lot different from...
And this is actually part of a trilogy. You got one more coming up.
There is one more, yeah. This is the second chapter. Chapter 3 we start shooting later on this year.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what's next?
There's a lot next. I'm prepping for my next film. I'm going back to horror because the Atelophobia 2 I shot 2 years ago. Almost 3 years ago now. We filmed it, we wrapped it, but I got swamped with my last film, The Immortal Wars, and The Immortal Wars 2, that I was all my time was into that. Right. So now I got back to that, but next film I'm working on is My Little Nightmare, so I'm going back to horror. Right. It's the first script I ever wrote. 10 years ago, I was in school when I wrote it.
Wow.
Exactly 10 years ago, so now I'm bringing it to life, and it's like a supernatural horror film. Like I Know What You Did Last Summer meets Conjuring. It's like a ghost story. And possibly an Immortal Wars 3. Yeah.
Well, I want to tell everybody, just a heads up, I found his Downtown podcast on YouTube. So if you want to get behind the scenes and just find out more about him and not just read about it, that's a really good place to go. So congratulations tonight.
Thank you so
yes,
much.
So much. Yes,
Thank
yeah,
you.
right. I think that effectively wraps up our red carpet, and we can get the movie started. We're starting just a little bit late because everybody was so excited and they're all gathered up, but this is a really neat night. A lot of work went into this movie. So again, this is the premiere of Atelophobia, It's 2. This is not a sequel. It's an entirely different movie, and it's part of a trilogy from Joe Lujan. Get out. Go see it. I hear it's really, really gory, but not as gory as the first one. So I'm going to sit by the door in case I can't take it. All right, guys. Have fun.